shut up and sit down.
Go outside. See those kids? They're having the time of their lives riding their bikes. They know what's up.
I ride my bike. I ride my bike all around. Yes, I do.
Your addiction gets worse. You spend less time at work doing work and more time looking at bikes.
I ride by all my friends and I wave hello.
You are listening to the Dialed Podcast with Matt Legrand,
Sir Ian Gibson,
Lance Hepler, and Jake Von During. Contrary to popular belief, owning a bike doesn't make you a cyclist. You have to ride it as well.
My bike is very good.
Become obsessed with your bike. Fixate over specs, head angles, and weird things like tire
So I
rubbers.
better have my helmet on.
It's time to ride your brand new bike.
It's so much fun just pedaling up and down. Yeah.
One day you see a press release for a brand new bike. It's like yours, but 15% lighter, 35% stiffer, and it's red.
Hi, welcome back to the Dial Podcast. I am Jake Von During, and I'm here with Lance friggin' Hepler.
Lance friggin' Hepler. Jake, you suck at your job.
Hey, Lance, you.
Oh,
There it is.
We got a PG rating, and we're trying to keep it PG here.
That's just a quick little edit right at the beginning. So
That's
if
easy.
anybody else does that, I will smack you over the head. Awesome. Lance,
Yes?
you're in town. Are you okay?
Not really.
Can somebody take his temperature, make sure that he's not going to like keel over and then die on us here, or what?
The plan was not to be in town, but here I am. So
Cool. All right.
whatever.
Me. Yes, I'm in town too.
And on time.
And almost on time.
Almost on time.
Hello to Lance friggin' Hepler's right, Sir Ian Gibson. Bloody wanker.
You wanker.
Welcome, Wanka.
And last and least, according to him, Matt Legrand.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? You guys look pretty put together today.
Matt, you're practically hairless. Are you all hairless?
Yes.
Your head is shaved, your face is shaved, your eyebrows are mostly there.
They're just like everything's falling out. Okay. But so last night, like I was like, all right, Ethan, let's like go over shaving stuff, and I'm like,
Trying to teach your son how to shave.
Yeah. And I know he would not want me to put this on
carried
air,
away.
right?
He's not going to listen to this.
He's not gonna listen to this. But I was like, okay, so we were like shaving together, you know, and like, don't do this, and I'm like, I actually showed him like what not to do, and I like cut my lip on purpose.
Oh, jeez. Ouch.
just a little bit. It wasn't bad, and you know, it was fine.
It
All
was a good father-son bonding
Okay.
moment.
Now I really shouldn't share this, but he kind of knows. He's like, oh, it's just like shaving like your legs or whatever for swimming, because he's shaved down for swimming.
Because he shaves his legs and arms for swimming and chest, probably.
Only for like big events and stuff like that. Like, and it's probably he's probably only done that like 3 times.
He doesn't have any hair.
He doesn't have
on
enough
his...
hair to shave, but yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right.
so that's enough embarrassment of my eldest
Your
child.
oldest child, he's like
He
15.
will kill me.
Is he 15?
Yep.
15. Okay. Yeah. He's
Lovely.
He's not happy to hear any of that.
No.
Nope.
Anybody want to backpedal? Anybody do anything? How long has it been? It's been like 3 months since we've done this?
No.
2 weeks maybe.
It's
2
been
weeks?
2 weeks.
Okay. I lose track.
It's been, I think we did it almost 2 weeks ago tomorrow was
Okay.
our last show.
Okay.
Cool.
Cross country's in full swing, and that means life is busy.
Sweet.
Yep. So I haven't been doing too much of anything except for cross country, a little bit of running because that fits with the schedule. I was going to get on the bike this morning and got the kids off to school, and here we are at the podcast. Didn't sneak a bike in between those. So
You can come out with us later.
I could. Then it's basically the same as riding by
Retiree
myself.
social ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That would
Riding right
See if you can
afterwards.
keep up
immediately
with
get
the old
dropped.
men.
Yeah. You're older, faster, smarter, better looking. I need
Yes.
you
Yes,
guys
and yes.
I need you guys to reinforce that, because that'll make me feel good.
You just make us feel good about
Yeah.
ourselves. Thanks, Matt.
I'm 27, guys, and all I do is like lift weights, and let's go for a sprint and see how you guys do
and you're
against me.
bald, overweight.
It's all the things. Oh my gosh. It's
dodgy
like
wankers.
dodgy wankers.
Go riding with the dodgy winkers. Cool. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
How about you, Gibbo?
Anything?
Not much. I went out for a ride on Saturday with a whole bunch of guys, and people are asking me, have you retired from racing? We haven't seen you for so long.
Because you skipped all the races. The
No,
last
I
couple
missed
weeks.
everything.
You missed
for
everything.
the last. I missed the criteriums last week.
Yes.
and then I missed the previous 6 weeks of whatever you guys were doing because I wasn't here.
That's right.
But I am loving my brand new bike that I've been riding.
Oh yeah, I haven't had a chance to talk to you about that.
Yes.
What bike is this?
Owe you money for it.
So so far so good though.
It's
Factor
great. Yeah, it's
van,
great. Yeah.
Version 2.
Really?
Ostro.
So do
Yeah.
all three of you guys have that bike now? Sorry, I'm moving the
Jake
mic around.
has one that is not built.
It's in about 47 pieces right now.
Me and Ian both have one, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and you like it pretty well?
Yeah. It's great.
Speedy
It's just nice that has that new bike feel, like nothing
taste.
creaks or grinds or the
quiet.
gears work and the brakes work and everything. Like you just push on the pedals and you go forward and it doesn't make any noises and it's
That's nice.
lots of fun.
Oh, just about everybody I've talked to, their first impression of that when they get on that bike is that, oh my gosh, the thing just wants to go fast forward. I mean, it's probably not the lightest bike in the world, but
It's pretty damn light.
for an aero bike, it's super light. But they just say it just feels like a rocket ship. So kind of.
Well, I came off of an aero bike, you know, with that BMC time machine.
Yeah, you probably dropped almost a pound and a half, 2 pounds.
Yeah. It's lighter for sure, but I don't think you really feel the aero.
Not the
per se,
aeroness of it. It's just like the position that you're put in on the bike, and when you push down on the pedals, it just feels like it accelerates a little bit more. It's a little bit more snappy, I guess.
What components do you have on it?
SRAM red.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
new,
and that's
new red
great.
stuff.
They're great too. Like, the gears are snappy. The brakes work really well.
Yeah, you were on 11 speed before,
I was
right?
on 11, and it does make a difference. That you've always got the gear you need.
Yep.
Did
For
you?
some reason, that one extra ratio.
Yeah. Did you do the Salvia Island shootout?
Yes.
I mean, so that's pretty flat when you get out there.
Yeah.
It's nice to have those like tiny little gear shifts when you're kind of out there. I noticed this a lot when I used to do more time trialing stuff, and I would switch around between, like, if I'm doing like a climbing course, just put on a rear cassette that had more range, but like almost a straight block when you're on like just flat stuff, and then you can really just
This is what
those
I
minor
wanna-
adjustments to get the perfect gearing.
This is what I want to do with my old bike is like just put a 1125 on the back and then
Yeah.
a single aero 55 tooth on the front.
Yeah.
And just have it as a PIR race bike.
There you go.
Like a crit bike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I probably can't afford to do that. I need to sell it.
Ah.
Anyway, speaking of the Salvia Shootout, we did do that. We actually had a good turnout from the team at Salvia Shootout this Sunday, which was
job, team.
Five of
Super
us.
cool. Yeah.
5 of us at the Salvia Shootout this last Sunday.
That's really cool.
It was like a little bit of an older crowd, would you say, this year? It's like just about everybody who races Masters was out at Salvia Shootout.
I think
This
somebody even mentioned on the ride, their ride title was like every freaking
50
50
plus.
plus Masters
Yeah, that was
racer
Brad, yeah.
plus Kent Ross on a gravel bike or something like that.
That was Brad Davison, yeah. It
There
was
was-
good fun. It was great. We were doing like 27 and a half, 28 miles an hour around the island, and it's kind of easy to stay on because it was so big. The pack was big.
Yeah.
It was 40 or 50 people.
Yeah.
There were the only super fast pro that was there was on his gravel bike.
Yeah.
And so there was no like super hard attacks and surges. So without as many surges, it stayed together. Plus, at the one point in the ride where a breakaway could have gotten away, a tractor neutralized the whole thing.
I was literally going to ask about traffic. Does everyone so this is a Sunday mid-morning kind of thing?
Sunday 9:30 a.m.
So-
laps at Salvia Island.
Do the people on the island kind of know like this bike thing happens on Sunday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
Because it's been happening for years,
Like
right? This
8 or
thing
9
goes-
years it's happened. So it's happened for quite a while. So yeah, usually
they got the
people
message.
know. Still, not everybody's happy about
Oh,
it.
I'm sure.
Especially when it's a gigantic group. And a
Right.
group of 50 that's strung out 1 or 2 wide
Yeah.
is like a half mile long.
It's really hard to pass on the car, right?
Really
So
hard
it's
to
like-
pass on the car.
Yeah.
But
and so when people do try to pass,
Not great.
no,
no.
No, because they're gunning it. They're going super fast to try and get past the group, and then somebody else shows up coming in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
The
And you
good
guys are
thing-
going hard.
The good thing is
Yes.
there's really not that much traffic
Right.
before like
Couple
10:30
tractors.
a.m.
Couple tractors.
You do, and you do kind of feel like safety in numbers somehow. Like
Yep.
you
Yep.
outnumber the car
Cars.
drivers.
Yeah.
But you've got to, everybody's pretty good about staying on the right of the center line. I would say it's a safe ride. There's a lot of experience there. People know what they're doing.
It's probably safer than some of the other rides.
Yeah.
We will.
You
not
do
name.
get these douchebags that get yelled at for crossing the center line.
I was
Lancepla.
I was put in detention for the second half of the ride because I did cross the center line at one point, and I really should not have. But it was at a sprint point. There was a straightaway. I had all this momentum, and I'm like, do I just hit the brakes? That's what I should have done. I should have just hit the brakes. But I'm like, I'll just drift out across the line and pass these 30 people. And
Yeah.
I drifted out and passed 30 people and immediately got yelled at, which was completely fair. I should not have done that. Yeah.
This is your chance to apologize
Detention.
to the group.
Straight to jail. I did. I apologize. I actually, even the guy who yelled at me, I went up to him after the ride and says, "Hey, I'm sorry about that. It was not cool. I should not have done that.
I get it.
It really wasn't safe." He's like, "Thank you for saying something."
Yeah.
Now go
They're
toss
a good
off.
bunch of guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, the day before that Salvi Shootout, we had another pretty good showing, like probably 15, 16 of us. Dickie Mallison and the CC boys put on a ride down around Canby in Oregon City, and we crossed the Canby Ferry and had a good time. It was fun.
Yeah, you want to see what these rides were like? There were YouTube videos
There
about
you
it.
go.
Okay. So we haven't done a podcast in 2 weeks or so, roughly. How many videos have you posted?
4.
4 videos. Okay.
4. 1, 2, 4. I've posted 4.
I've had like a lot of good production that posted 2 videos. I thought you were going to say something like 12. But,
No,
you know.
I'm only doing like 1 or 2 a week, but
That's good.
But I raced twice. We shouldn't get to me yet. Ian, were you finished?
I think so.
We did. Yeah, this Canby Ferry ride was quite fun, actually.
Am I finished? Yes.
Lance?
Yes, that's it. My life is simple.
Lance friggin' Hepler, dude, you are 8 shy
I am
of
knocking.
1,000 subscribers.
I'm at 992. I'm knocking on the door.
That's exciting.
That's awesome.
I've already
dude.
been accepted into the partner program. I just have to hit the 1,000
Oh, okay.
for it to
Monetize.
monetize.
Wonder if I have any other accounts.
You have the hours that they require to. There's two.
The hours
two
were
pieces.
no problem.
Okay, that's good.
I had a ton of hours because
And
one of my videos has like 40,000 views or something. So
really?
I have plenty of hours.
So remember, you can monetize that $40,000 view, whatever. I mean, like if there's some interest, you can monetize the entire back catalog.
That's the plan, hopefully.
It's going to be big bucks.
Be nickels. just ring it up dimes.
It's not going to be 0. And you can also choose like if you want to have advertisements at the beginning and the end, or do you want to have advertisements in the middle, like mid-roll ads? So you have some selection options. And if you really want to get into it, which you won't for all these videos, but you can place the ads within your video as well, which
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
do. It's
that's too much work.
Way too much work. I don't do that. And I'm psycho about all the stuff. So
Yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
let it happen.
just click a
Place
button.
the ad right before the sprint starts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. You didn't record the sprint. Then.
Freaking missed the sprint. So I made a video about the Savi shootout because I've done it 4 or
Because
5
I was in
times.
position for that sprint.
You actually you did really well. You actually whooped me.
Well, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
of course.
you know.
But I've done the shootout only 4 or 5 times. I've never stayed attached. I've never made it.
Yeah.
And so this was the first time I actually made it
The big group helped.
because the big group helped for sure. Plus, it wasn't really very surgy, so that helped. And so we're coming up on the end, and we're cruising down the road at like 31 miles an hour. I am on the wheel of the guy I absolutely wanted to be on.
Bob Duffy.
Bob Duffy was leading out Matthew Allen, and I was on Matthew Allen's wheel.
Right.
The finish for this is like there's a bridge that goes across.
Correct.
And so it comes around and it does a pretty gentle curve to the right. I mean, it's not super gentle. It's a turn.
Yeah.
And then sprint to the bridge. Is that
Sprint to under the bridge.
Sprint to under the bridge.
Yeah, so you don't go around. There's a stop sign up there, and so you kind of have to chill out and watch.
Is that
traffic.
where the like little store?
Yes, correct.
Whatever that
the store's
little
right
county store. I don't know what they would call that.
But I was right on Matthew Allen's wheel, and we're like 2 miles to go to the sprint, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to stay right here. This is the spot.
Okay.
And like somebody rode up right next to me. Who was it? It was Jason Evans, and he pointed to Matt's wheel like, hey, I want in there. And I'm like, nope.
Did you say that?
Yes, I did. And he just laughed because we're just practice racing.
Yeah.
It's not like there's no
real
consequences.
value.
There's no real value. It's just like, no, I'm going to try to stay on this wheel as long as I can. It was just funny that he pointed, hey, I'm going right here. And I'm like, nope, I'm staying on this wheel. And Matt, you can hear Matt laugh ahead of us because he heard us like fighting for his wheel.
Yep.
So it was pretty funny. Anyway, I did not stay on this wheel because I got pinched like not too long later. But yeah, but it was great. We had a good time.
We were up there.
It was a nice ride.
That's funny, Jason. Jason was super polite in the sprint. Like when we were down in Eugene a couple of years ago, we were all duking it out like with a kilometer to go, and Jason was right next to me. And he was like, "Do you mind if I have Jake's wheel right here? Because you're in a different."
We're in a different category.
Age group to me.
Right.
I'm like, no, sure, go ahead, Jason.
Just don't drop me. Let me out. Yeah.
That's funny. Anyway.
Breaking news. 993.
993. Did you find another account?
I had a burner account.
Okay, perfect.
I'm subscribed now.
Ooh, do I have a couple of accounts?
Do you have a burner account? You can wait. I got it.
I have at least one extra account. So
I think I might even have another one or two, but it's not set up on my phone right now, so I can't do it.
That's fantastic.
I don't even know why I have all these ones. You have to create all these different Gmail accounts for all these different things for like work related stuff. And they all end up getting a YouTube account. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just go in there and find a few more and get you over that bump. So sweet.
Funny.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, quick question for you. Are you someone who wants to be fit, healthy, and happy? And what if I told you could get your dream body by simply just listening to a podcast? I'm Josh.
And I'm KG, and we're the hosts of the Fit, Healthy, and Happy podcast.
Listen, we get it. Fitness isn't easy. Carbs, no carbs.
Just stop, okay? It doesn't have to be that complicated. And that's why we made this podcast. We get straight to the facts so you can become your best you.
So the way to check us out is click the link in the show notes or search Fit, Healthy, and Happy podcast on any of the major podcast platforms. We'll see you soon.
I actually did race twice. So not only because it's been a couple years. It's been a couple weeks since we recorded.
No, that's me, not you.
That's Jake. But I did go do both the criteriums in Portland. This was a week and a half ago. There was a downtown Portland crit. And I have videos about both of these crits as well if you want to kind of see what happened. I had to upgrade to a 3 in order to race with my teammate, Chris Surratt. And my whole point was to try to help Chris finish well and to beat the guy that Chris is fighting for the Best All-Around Rider Masters Men Award for the year. So I just had to finish ahead of that guy and help Chris. And the crits were super fun. The downtown crit was tight and crappy pavement and corners and like less than a kilometer long. And so the laps were like 57 seconds or 60 seconds. So it was a bike handler's race for sure. And so I didn't have too much trouble staying attached. I did not sprint other than to lead Chris out. And I think I ended up 7th in the 50 field. I think we started with like 40 riders and only 20 finished because they were pulling riders.
And that's what happens on a super short course like that. If you get detached at all, you're going to get pulled.
Yeah, they pull you.
You got to get pulled because you got no time.
Correct. Yeah. And so that was super fun. The next day, the Portland Lloyd, the crit at Lloyd Center. It's Lloyd Center is a mall that is being repurposed. It's not being torn down. Part of it is being torn down, but It's being repurposed, and they did this crit course that went around the mall and through a tunnel in the parking lot. So it was really dramatic to race it, to go through the tunnel and to try to stay on. There were long straights and one little gradual climb, and it was much harder to stay attached, and I did not stay attached on that one. I only helped Chris for about the first half of the race, and then I got popped and ended up doing laps with a couple of the CC guys. So, yeah, so that's what happened.
And I missed it.
No, we wanted you there. Why weren't you
everybody,
there?
Everybody I know was racing in that crit. Like all my friends were racing.
Yeah.
And I just didn't get out of bed. Didn't show up. What a loser.
What was that? Come on.
I don't know.
Too much. Anyway, that's it. I've done a whole bunch of other riding. I'm trying to prep for the cyclocross season coming up. And I have all this bull crap happening with my van. We never even talked about that, Matt.
Because I keep saying, like, anytime we get before the podcast, I'm like, wait, save it for the podcast. Let's turn on the microphones and go.
Sunday morning of the Portland Crit in Lloyd Center,
Okay.
I jumped in my van to drive down there. I got a mile from my house and clunk.
Oh, no.
Transmission died.
Yeah.
Transmission fully just crapped out.
That's not good.
And I cussed loudly. The van wouldn't go into gear, and then it wouldn't go into park, and then the emergency brake wasn't working.
Oh.
So
where were you exactly when that happened? Were you still in your driveway?
I was a mile.
Oh, you said a mile from your house.
A mile from the house. So I was pulling on to 14, to Highway 14 from Old Evergreen Highway. So I just backed down the on-ramp. It just rolled down the on-ramp, and I rolled the van into a driveway of a house that looked like it was vacant. Luckily, it was vacant.
Friendly house. You're like, and I'll squat here.
So I had to block the tires because it wouldn't go into park.
Oh, you had blocks?
I had stole a rock out of the ditch or something, And I called Brandy. I'm like, Brandy, you got to come get me. The van just crapped out. Like, what? Anyway.
Dang.
So she came and got me. I went straight to the race, did the race anyway.
Okay.
Came back and had to have the van towed. And yeah.
Is it hard to tow this van? Do they have to do anything special, or is
just
it
has to go
normal?
on a flatbed?
Okay.
Actually, it's worse than that because I made Brandy. We towed the van back to my driveway with my other little Ford Explorer. So with a tow strap down the old Evergreen Highway, a mile away. And then I spent 5 hours emptying the van because I'm living in the van. So everything's in there. Had to completely empty it and then called AAA in the morning and they came and took it. $11,000 later, the transmission is being replaced. I don't even have it back yet. They've had it for a week and a half, so there were some other things.
There's not much that's cheap about these vans.
No. So.
But
I know, but
you've got how many miles on it?
I've got 245,000 miles.
Do your kids really need to go to college? No.
They're already out of college,
I'm joking.
dude.
I'm joking.
They don't need house down payments is what they want.
Kids are done. Grandkids, no. Well, even though you don't have them yet, but no. No college for you.
Grandkids, no. That's right. No, the grandkids are on their freaking own. I'll tell you that. If there are any.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Can't afford it. Can't afford grandkids.
Bit of a mess with the van at the moment. Hopefully to have it back tomorrow or the next day or this week. I don't know.
Find out. Because you want to get out of town.
Well, I was trying to go to Rebecca's Pride of Idaho, but that started today.
Yeah.
So that didn't happen.
That's tough because that's like the love of your life.
It's a great race.
I mean, yeah, you have Brandy's your wife, but it's the love of your life.
Rebecca.
Rebecca's Private Idaho.
Rebecca's Private Idaho.
Not Rebecca. The event.
And
the actual event.
This is the last year that they're doing the stage race at Rebecca's Private Idaho, as far as I understand.
Brandy probably feels the same way if that makes you feel better.
Yeah.
She likes that event, doesn't she?
That event too.
Yeah.
They can just pare it down just to a single day race.
I think so.
Okay.
It started as a single day race. They did that for 7 or 8 years. Then they started a stage race. It was the first gravel stage race in the country. And that's been going on for 8 years now. And so now switching back. That's the rumor I've heard.
Cool.
So, anyway.
Good times.
Very cool.
Jake.
What?
Did you ride a bike?
Let me think about that. No.
Did you go to Pennsylvania?
I did. I did go to Pennsylvania. Yeah, it was good. It just
was this daughter drop off?
It was daughter drop off.
That's cool.
Back to Penn State.
Is it hard? It's hard to get there, right? Like you fly to 10
Not
different
easy.
things. And
However,
then you have to if a donkey's tail is wagging to the left, then you take a right. But if not, then you go straight. It's very confusing. And then you end up at Penn State.
Yeah. Took a couple Amish buggies. Yeah.
Amish buggies. Yeah.
No,
it's make sure the Amish aren't angry at you at the time.
Yeah. We changed up a little bit this time. The very first time we went, it was kind of like on short notice. It's kind of a long story, but we didn't have time to plan. So we ended up having to have 2 connections, and then still ended up in Harrisburg and still had like a 3-hour drive to get there. So that was a 16-hour trip from doorstep to doorstep. Jeez. On the whole, on average, though, when we were flying with American Airlines, it was at least 1 connection, sometimes 2, and it was taking anywhere from 12 to 14 hours, depending on all the little factors at play here. This go around, because I am not a big fan of American Airlines. Sorry if you like them, but not a big fan. We were able to switch back to our favorite airline, which is Alaska. And exactly. And we were able to get direct flights from Portland International to Newark, New Jersey. And you're basically just a stone's throw away from New York City. It's a 4-hour drive from Newark to Penn State, but collectively it's only a 10-hour trip then. So it cuts down. You just have to drive a little bit more, which it's not the worst, because that whole corridor driving, you're not dealing with like little small towns. You're not, and it's generally, so far so good. No traffic, and it generally flows really nice, and it's not like a tricky drive or anything like that. Just got to get in the car and go. So yeah, did that, and it's kind of cool. When we were there, I sent Lance a picture. We're driving, literally pulling into my daughter's dorm. We had to stop and wait for some people walking on the sidewalk. Well, in this case, it was just one person. And I looked over. I'm like, that's James Franklin. He's the coach of Penn State. I'm like, oh, wow. That's kind of cool. He's just walking in front of my daughter's dorm. My daughter...
Does he live in that neighborhood or something? Or
here's the thing. Stadium? Well, the stadium it's not removed, but it's 10 or 15 minute walk from my daughter's dorm at most. And they have their practice facility, the training facility, the weight room, the practice field, all of their stuff. I could step out front of my daughter's dorm, and if I had a baseball, I could hit the football field from there. So she's that close to the training facility. And then we're looking out her window as we're getting everything set up in her. It's not a dorm, but it's not an apartment. It's kind of like a hybrid. They call it a suite or whatever. Looking out the window, and you see all the football players walking around out there. Like, she lives basically in like the football area of Penn State, which is kind of cool. So there's all kinds of notables walking around out there. Now, I don't think that's where Drew Allard lives. He's the quarterback, and he's going to be one of your top quarterbacks this year. And I think he's probably making a cool like $1.5 million a year right now. So he's probably living off campus in a nice little money. Exactly. But and James Franklin, and he's no slouch either. And he's making $8.5 million a year as like a head coach for a college football team, just walking on the sidewalk in front of my daughter's dorm. I'm like, that's cool. Hey, coach. Wow. So yeah, good times. But yeah, that's about the coolest thing that I've done this past couple weeks. Everything else is just kind of blurred, just still working way too much, and actually kind of looking forward to summer winding down, so things kind of calm down, so we can find so I can find some balance in my life again. But we'll get there. Anything else?
No,
we're all good.
I think so.
Yeah, I was trying to buy some time there, but let's do this now.
I did it with nothing but my own blood, sweat, and tears, and extra blood.
People don't. Yeah. This is a sport with literally hundreds of dollars on the line and dozens of fans. The stakes are medium.
Come on. How do you beat a man on drugs if you don't on drugs?
Wait, did you just admit to being on drugs?
The EPO Chain Mail. Send us a text with your questions. Forward this podcast to 15 people, and you'll lose 10 pounds overnight without even trying.
Such big liar. I tried that, and I gained 15 pounds. How does... Damn it. I'm doing that all backwards. All right. The first 2 that came to us in an email format. They didn't use the EPO Chain Mail, so these are EPO Chain Mail adjacent. And I think they used the website, if I'm not mistaken, the Dialed Cycling website. So I apologize for not getting these in the last one. I just didn't realize that they were there until they were sent to me, because they go to a fully different email account. So for future reference, if you want to get in contact with us, use that little text us feature on your podcast player. I think it's pretty much on all of them. And I know that Apple and Spotify and whatnot do have those, but that would be best because it kind of puts everything in one neat little tidy place, and it's very easy to get to. All right, I'll shut up now. This one is, let's see here. It's titled "Meeting Lance at the Bar." Did you go to a bar, Lance?
Probably.
Or was this the best all-around rider thing? It's like,
bar.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, hi, everyone. Long-time listener, first-time ice cream sandwich. That's what it says. Right?
That means they've listened for a while.
Exactly. Heading into the cross season, it's dawning on me that we have to start thinking about 2026. Can you believe that? 2026, how did that happen? Dr. Hepler, do you have suggestions on how to maintain best or maximize best all-around rider points? What are the different categories? Do you have suggestions on which races to go to so that you can get the different category points needed for people? And this is for people who don't have the time or finances to do 50 plus races a year.
This is a good question.
Yep. Looking forward to hearing this topic and seeing everyone at Cross.
This is what's the strategic attack of the bar points? This is a good question.
Okay.
Well, explain what bar points are, because I think, isn't it unique to Obra, or is this a
WSBA had something?
WSBA used to have something like it. They don't anymore, and I think some other organizations maybe do something like that, but it is kind of an Obra thing. I'm sure other organizations do it, but it stands for Best All Around Rider, and so
emphasis on the all around,
right? So. It's the point system is really confusing. The point is they're trying to reward the rider that has the best results across a multitude of disciplines. Racing disciplines. Yes, versatility. And in OBRA right now, the Oregon Bicycle Racing Association, we have 7 different disciplines. There's gravel, there's mountain bike, there's road, there's short track.
Is short track a separate category?
Separate category.
Okay.
There's time trial, criterium, and cyclocross.
You used to have track. That's not in there.
Track, and we don't have a track velodrome facility within our area. Mm-hmm. So so there's no track racing that are OBRA races anymore. So by far the best thing to do is to make sure you do at least a single race in every discipline. And that can be tricky because it's different bikes. I mean, time trial bike is different than a road bike,
but you can still get those time trial points if you're doing the Eddie category, correct?
No.
Oh, that doesn't count.
It counts for your category, but not for your age group. So I was trying to win the Masters Men. So this was last year. So I had to race a Masters category, not an Eddie category.
But there is Master Eddie categories, at least at the Michael Myers Memorial Time Trial.
Yeah, that's true. They
don't count those.
They didn't count those. It's tricky. In order to win bar points, you have to be in the top 15 because you get 15 points for a win down to 1 point for 15th place.
Yep.
And then those points are tallied for that discipline, and you're given a place within that discipline. It's really freaking confusing. It takes some digging to figure out. And I think that's why.
Have I got this right? You get if you place, you get 300 points, bar points minus your placing. Is that?
Yeah. If you're so there's a Masters gravel best all around rider, and so in gravel, so like this year I'm 7th in Masters gravel racers. I've done enough Masters races and scored enough points that I'm 7th out of all Masters gravel races. So I get 300 minus 7. I get 293 points for my gravel bar. You add up those places for all the disciplines, for all 7 disciplines, and you're given a overall number. So, and the person with that highest number wins the best all-around rider. Now,
so it's crucial. They encourage you to do as many disciplines as you can, because there's big points just for doing.
And for that discipline, for say just gravel, if they don't take like the best of like a certain number of races. Like you have to, is there like a minimum requirement?
Nope.
Just one to register anything on there. But
correct.
If there's 15 races and you only do 12 of them, then you're missing out on 3 opportunities to get more points. Gotcha. So they're not going to take like, say, like the best 5 of 10 races to get your best. Okay. So it's just based on volume.
Some of those categories, there's only a handful of races anyway. Like time trial, for example, there's only
2,
maybe 3 this year.
I think we had.
So I guess to go back and answer the question is they don't want to do 50 races, but they might have to do 50 races. But the play on that would be like, you kind of have to like consider, if you don't want to do that many races, you really got to be paying attention to who's doing what, where, when, why, and how,
correct.
and then gauge based on that and how many races are left in the season.
Yes.
Because I know for you, there's been times in the past where like, I've done all of the mountain bike races. Nobody's going to do more mountain bike races with me. I'm happy with that. There's still 5 more on there. I could probably punt on these and just focus my energy on a different discipline as opposed to doing all of them, because you're not going to get any more points, right? So that would be a way to play it.
It is. The thing is, there usually only ends up being 2 or 3 people max that actually do all 7 disciplines.
Yeah.
Not many people do a race in every discipline. 2 years ago, our own Ian Gibson won the Masters Bar, and one of the reasons he did it is because he had to pull on his big pants,
his big boy panties,
and do a cyclocross race. And he did the cyclocross race purely to get the bar points. The trick was he had to place in the top 15.
Yeah, but
that's not really easy sometimes.
Correct.
But
it's easier. It was easier for me. So that was my next point. If you're 60 plus, if you're in one of the lesser populated categories, let's say, so 60 plus, I basically only had to start those races and I got bar points because there's maximum 15 people.
Yeah.
Another question for you, and I believe this is a thing, but it may have changed because it has changed a little bit over the past few years since we lost track. I think before, didn't you have to do a minimum number of disciplines in order to qualify? Because I think at one point in time there was only 5 disciplines, because this was like before they had short track as an option, and I think gravel wasn't a thing, so that took us down to 5, or might even been one wheelers. But then they had the track in there. But if I remember right, you had to have done at least 4 of the 5 or 4 of the 6 different disciplines in order to qualify for the best all-around rider. Is that still the case?
It might be. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
That might be something worth looking into as well.
It's kind of funny. The award, it's just another like water bottle. It's like a trophy. It just has your name and that you're the Masters.
It's not a water bottle. It's like a hydro flask cup or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they change them every year.
But it's something along those.
That's a water bottle, Jake.
Okay, wow. So hydro flask is a little bit nicer. It's better than like a purest little $8 water bottle. You know what I mean? It says "Good job." Pat
They
on
could
the
have
back.
a trophy. They could put a trophy together.
Right.
Well, actually, I think here's my recommendation.
They used to have trophies, but they changed it up.
I like this idea of having a trophy and then having like people's like name on it, and then it gets passed to the next person, and then you have all the previous years'
names.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, we don't have that.
It's too bad, really, that they don't make a bigger deal of it, because
I was just going to say that.
Right. I thought, it was. It's the one thing where it's a like season-long competition where you've really got to be on it, be strategic, do the races, and
it doesn't take much to market that. I mean, you've already got a captive audience, and you've got all of your social media outlets, and you just have to kind of put that out there. As soon as you start making a big deal out of something that's a competition with a bunch of competitors, guess what happens? More people come out and try and do that. But if you just bury it, and that's like a footnote in the end of the year awards that so-and-so won the bar competition, and there's no pomp and circumstance behind it, you're not going to get people's attention, or they're going to be like, "Yeah, I'm going to do all."
There is still a year's end award ceremony.
There is.
Not?
Yeah. It's usually in January.
Yep.
It's usually near the end of January.
I've never been to one. Is it well attended? Is it?
It's okay. I mean, it's not as much as you would think, but it's not like sparse by any means at all. They usually start out with the first chunk of it being specifically for like, the end of the year meeting kind of thing. They'll vote
like
on new rule
like
changes.
a board meeting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they'll talk about all the state of the organization and so on and so forth. And then there's a nice long pause. And then they get into the actual award ceremony, which is actually pretty fun. And you will see more people show up for that. In a lot of years past, they've hosted it at Chris King's headquarters, which is really nice. And they've got really good a facility there to have that with restaurant, and there's drinks and food and the whole bit. And they get up there and they give away a bunch of stuff. But again, they don't broadcast any of this in terms of like they could do a live streaming of it. I mean, and they could put it out there and just make a much bigger deal about that. And I've said that about the team stuff too. If they made a bigger team out of the team, or the bigger deal out of the team bar competition for the best all around team, you would get more teams wanting to be more competitive and doing more races. I don't know, but that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, it is an achievement winning the bar, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And it should be celebrated.
Yeah.
But anyway, so getting back to the listener's question, what is the strategy? What's the best way to...
The strategy is to pick races that are less attended.
Or where you know you're going to have the best opportunity to score points.
To score at least in the top 15 in your category.
And you got
and the other trick is you have to make sure, if you're trying to win the Cat 3 bar, you need to always be racing in the Cat 3 field.
Sure.
So like with Masters, they don't have like every category for the bar either. It's just there's junior men and junior women and Masters men and Masters women. And then there's Pro 1-2 men, Pro 1-2 women. There's Clydesdale, there's Athena, there's Cat 3s and Cat 4s. So it's a little bit tricky. So you kind of have to...
Well, also the age group as well, I think. Right? You
can win your 5-year age group.
Overall Masters bar or your age group.
And your age group.
Bar.
Although they have not listed those results yet this year anywhere. And it is...
Interesting.
Almost September. They haven't put the age
so
categories up yet.
Going back to like picking and choosing the races that you're doing, you're going to probably want to make sure that you're going to something where you know you're going to do well. You don't want to go and expel all this energy and effort and money and time and come in 16th or worst place and not get any points at all. Although you're still going to be supporting the promoters, which is good. But you want to make sure that you go and have a good showing, but you also need to know who you're competing against.
Yep.
And in the beginning, that might not be so apparent, but once you kind of have a feel for who the players are going to be, the guys that you're going to be going up against, and that's all, good fun. You're going to want to make sure that you're probably at the races that they're at, right? Or at least showing up and doing as many races as they're doing. That's hard to do though, because you have to register first in order to see what the start lists are, or know people that are doing it and say, hey, can you share with me or tell me if so-and-so is doing it? I mean, you've got to kind of have a pulse on that as well, which can be a little bit difficult.
It takes a lot of digging and a lot of sleuthing to figure out who is really going for this and who is not. Last year, I ended up being the only master that did all 7 disciplines. And that was just... It was a little bit of dumb luck because we didn't have as many road races last year. And so I was the only one who did it. So I kind of won it easily because I was the only one that did it all 7 disciplines. This year, there's 3 of us that have done all 7 disciplines already. Oh, wow. And so, and I'm not in the running this year at all. I'm in third, like solidly in third, not going to pass the 2 front guys because I got catted up in mountain biking. And so I went from winning all my Masters mountain bike races to not even placing in the top 15 in the Cat 1 field. So it made it much more difficult for me to score points in mountain bike and in short track.
It sounds like you need to start your own mountain bike racing series and have a category for 50 plus, right? Cat 1s?
Cat 1.
And just have it be a field of one.
Field of one.
And I just so happen to be the first registrant. I'm sorry.
This is a good point though. Like some of these disciplines, like there's only 1 or 2 or 3 races maximum.
Correct.
Yeah, like the time trial, for example.
Yeah.
So you gotta make sure you go to those races.
Correct.
When I won the Masters Bar a couple of years ago, I did it because I went to Baker City, right?
And you got both the time trial
I got
and a crit.
points for 2 road races, a crit, and a time trial, all in one weekend.
Yeah.
Don't you get double points too if it's a state championship race, or does that not apply to the bar?
You should.
Not the bar.
Not the bar.
Actually, I thought it was in the rules that you do, but maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe they...
I know you do get double points. I don't know if it's just applied to the team score, the team bar, or if it goes into the
I think
individuals.
you get more points in a stage race as well, right? Or
I want to say you're right.
Am I thinking of upgrade points? I'm not sure.
You can tell how complicated this is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a complicated thing. So this year in the Masters Bar, my teammate Chris Surratt is trying to win it.
Mm-hmm.
And we are battling against a 10-barrel racer who's also done all 7 categories already. And they're close enough in points that it's going to come down to cyclocross.
Wow.
It's who places higher in the cyclocross bar field between the two of them. And they race different categories. So not racing each other. So it's not as simple as I just got to beat this guy in this race. No.
So is it different? So they're racing for the overall Cat 3, I'm guessing?
No, they're overall Masters men.
Okay, so what category then is that person racing in?
So the other guy is a 60 plus.
So his field's going to be smaller, and his
fields are smaller, so easier for him to score cyclocross points.
Okay, hold on, Ian. Guess what? You're going to have to go out and start throwing some elbows.
he's a pretty good cyclocross racer. So
just clog it up, man. Clog it up. Take him out.
See how much Chris wants to pay me for that. Yeah.
And Surratt is racing. Surratt's a Cat 3 Masters 35 plus. Surratt's 45 years old, so he can't race. There's only a 35 plus field, so it's actually
more difficult. Yeah.
More difficult for him to score points, and he's fighting up against the category thing. I'm explaining way too much, but somebody asked. So
this is the question. The question is details.
So next year he'll be racing in the 45 plus, right?
No, there isn't a 45 plus field. There's a 50 plus field, a 60 plus field, and a 70 plus field,
so
and a 35 to
35 to 49.
Yes,
okay, gotcha.
But there's different categories in 35. There's a Cat 2. There's a Cat 4 35 plus field, a Cat 3 35 plus field, and a Cat 1-2 35 plus field. So Chris Surratt is a 3 at the moment. If he does too well,
he'll get I think though they will make exceptions in this particular situation.
They've
not
made
even for the team bar
clear. Not
even for that team bar, but the individual.
Not even for the bar.
Really?
So if he does too well in too many Cat 3 races, he'll get catted up to a 2.
Yeah.
And he'll go from relatively easily making the podium in a Cat 3 field to racing a Cat 1-2 field where placing top 15 is tough.
Yeah.
And so this is not settled.
Oh my gosh.
This is so bizarre.
It's really bizarre. So it has to do with categories and your age group and how many races you do. Not only that, weekday races don't count for bar points. Only weekend races.
Oh, jeez.
And we have like 20 weekend races. There's a whole lot. Chris has plans to do every single one of them.
Yeah. And here's the other thing too, is if he goes out and does those weekday races, that can affect your overall category, right? So he's probably not going to be showing up to Trophy Cup.
Nope, he's not.
Yeah.
I think the series points.
Series points might count.
Yeah.
But so far this year, they haven't counted any series points for any weekday races. Not PIR, not what's the other one that happens at the volcano? What's the other weekday race? Why can't I think of it? Wow.
It's a short track on Mondays, right?
Short track didn't count because it's a weekday race. The
Tabor?
Tabor, thank you.
Okay,
Tabor
sorry.
races don't count. Yeah, so it's complicated and it's messy if you really want to go for this.
Well, it sounds like we might have to give some updates as the cross season kicks off, and
we should watch this. It's looking pretty good, pretty interesting here.
I'm pretty sure that we weren't sure that the other guy. So me and Chris, we've been paying very close attention to this. That's the whole reason I did these crits was to beat the 60-year-old and for Chris to place high enough in his field to score points. So
who's currently leading who?
Chris has like a 50-point lead at the moment.
Okay.
It's pretty big.
But
because of the age groups and the categories, it could be very close.
Did they race the 50s and the 60s together in cyclocross? You guys started at the same time?
Yes, we do, but there's a 10-second gap, so it doesn't matter.
So you can't cover that 10-second gap, get in front of the guy, and oops, did I slow down?
No, he starts behind me.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
No,
am I in your way?
Dude,
I am.
Dude
so
is a great
sick.
guy. Okay, he's a great guy.
No, I don't care. Chris is an even greater guy.
So
do it for
we
Chris.
like the guy. We like the team. It's all. I beat him last year soundly. He's probably like, oh, Hepler's getting catted up. I've got it next year. And now Chris came up. So he's like 3 years in a row. He's trying to beat dialed guys. He's probably pissed.
I sense a video in all of this.
I know, that's what I was thinking too. I was like,
situation
this
with
needs to
some
be explained.
updates.
I would
my
like
gosh.
to see like Dylan take it, Quatface 2 channel to take like a crack at this issue and see if he can explain it. The bar points.
I think
That's
it needs
why
a theme song or an intro or something too. I don't know.
Sandbagging for me last year was brilliant because it allowed me to win the bar. This year, no, not happening.
All right, well, that was interesting. Yeah. So, what's your final take on this? What do you do? What's your pearls of wisdom here? Got any
find races that aren't super crowded?
Find races that aren't crowded. Huge. Have to be weekend races. Weekend races that aren't super crowded. You're going to have to travel to Madras and do that race because not many people go there.
Got to do all the different
Oak Hill race in Eugene. Because you got to do all the different disciplines.
All the disciplines for sure. Yeah.
In your estimation, how many races do you think you have to at least commit to be successful in this? Just ballpark.
20, 25.
And races cost usually roughly about on average
somewhere between 60 and $150 a race.
Oof.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's going to get expensive for you, but
it adds up.
Yeah. Find a sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you kind of winning the bar or doing well in the bar is kind of usually a secondary thing, I would say. Like you're paying the money to enter the races, but then you get to race. I mean, it's normal. That's
There is a podium
you're
to
going to
stand
spend
on.
that money anyway.
I mean, there's a podium to stand. I guess they only reward the winner at the bar, not a podium. So, and actually last year when they had the award ceremony, we were in Tenerife.
That's right.
And me and Chris both missed the award ceremony.
I missed my own two
missed
years
it too.
ago.
Yeah, same thing because we were partying in Tenerife. Yeah, so it's a lot.
All right, cool.
Okay, sorry.
All right, thank you for the question. Use the EPO.
By the way,
thing next time.
They should use EPO to win the bar points.
Yeah, that too.
What?
We're not.
Did I say that out loud?
You heard that here. You heard it on the Dial podcast.
I will say at the criteriums, because there were big crowds watching the criteriums, I heard a lot of fans yell out my name, and it was just as much fans of the podcast as it was.
Did they say Lance freaking Hepler?
Yes,
I love it.
Yeah, people.
Did you change that on your YouTube channel yet?
I changed it on my YouTube channel,
Okay, good
and I
work.
changed it on my Strava page.
I knew that.
So when you cross over that 1,000 mark, I want some royalties, baby.
Okay,
royalties.
I got the trademark on that.
I gotta say, I was there, one of those people in the crowd, and I gotta say, Lance just looked like he belonged there. He was relaxed. He was in the bunch. He was
Good on you,
cornering
dude.
well.
Yeah.
I was.
I'm like, that's my boy. That's my man out there.
I was faking it. there was.
No, if you were faking it, you'd have been pulled.
Yeah, that's true. I was able to stay attached. Yeah. That's true. But it was funny. There's a guy I joke with and race with all the time, and he was one of the course marshals on the side. And every time I went past him, I made a concerted effort to close my mouth and look like I wasn't doing anything. So not like super suffering and suffering hard and like breathing heavy. Every time I went back and I was like, just like straight face, like I'm just out for a Sunday ride.
Chester cat smile,
What everyone should take from this is that when you're racing with Lance, unless he's really trying, he's going to be smiling, laughing, acting like a jackass. He has to try really hard when he's racing to not like be a complete jackass and keep a straight face. That means he's faking. Everyone else is the opposite, right? Where it's like, I'm dying, I'm breathing really hard, I'm racing someone as I'm running, I'm like, oh, I'm doing good. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing great. Yep. You're the opposite. You gotta fake
the easy part.
Fake the oh, this is tough. Gotta stay focused.
So the very next day, the same guy. This is James Green. He's on Trusty Switchblade. So the same guy, James Green, was also a course marshal at the second race at Lloyd Center, where I got dropped. And then that day, I made an effort every time I went by him to have my mouth wide open and like cussing and sweating like I'm just dying because it was funny. I'd been dropped. I was trying to have a good time out in the race while I'm suffering. But that being said, there were a ton of people who mentioned my name, mentioned the podcast, said they were fans of the podcast. I don't know who any of them were. Thank you guys so much for saying something. It was actually really cool. I heard my name on every corner at the races because I don't know, people recognize us because of the podcast or from the YouTube channel.
Because you're a legend, pal.
The YouTube channel.
He's a legend in his own lunchtime.
The YouTube channel is going to help. It's definitely because people are going to love that.
I'm sorry.
Probably.
It
makes me recognizable too.
And it's like local races. It's all the stuff that people that are out there want to watch. So it's great. It's super good.
Cool.
And it's a great channel.
Yep. All right. Thank you again, listener Chris, for sending that over. All right, the next one comes to us from a listener by the name of Carm. I believe he is in where's he at? North Vancouver, BC area. All right. It says, hey, Jake and crew, you recently had the SRAM boys on the pod, and you all are SRAM fans. Yes, we are. Currently, he's building a new Orbea Terra race frame set and would love our opinion on the most cost-effective. Sorry, this is a really hard way to have to scroll through. Right? It's like really small and have to like scroll side to side. Looking for a cost-effective wireless group set of Force and Rival 13 speed Explore components. Will be used as my all-road, as have a great mix of dirt, road, and gravel in North Vancouver, British Columbia. What is our suggestion for a good combination, a good setup on the Force Rival platform for Explore in terms of where you would put your money at to try and make it the most cost-effective, functional setup?
Well, I would probably go with Rival with that one. I mean...
well, you can do a combination thereof too. I mean, does it make sense to try and spend a little bit more on certain components and a little less on others just because of the, maybe the weight savings or the functionality or things of that nature?
You want the good hoods. You want the good shifters.
And the Force definitely is going to give you an advantage there because it's a little bit more ergonomically friendly. It's got better texturing on the hood covers, which sounds dumb, but that does make sense
too, right?
And the braking is fantastic.
Braking's good.
Plus, it's got the extra action button on there as well.
Yes.
So I think that for sure that's worth a step up there. You're going to spend a few more bucks. I want to say it's like $500-ish, maybe $600 for the Force hood, brake lever combination sets, and I think it's maybe like $250 or $300 for the Rival. Don't quote me on that. It's going to be in that ballpark, but it's not much more to get something that's going to be more effective, more functional, more ergonomically friendly.
But you don't have to go with the red with those hoods.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, because they've made all the functionality of the red with the Force.
Correct.
They just it's just lighter.
Yeah, and the bleeding system on the Force and the Rival is the newer bleeding system. The Rival still has the older stuff, so it's a little bit easier and quicker to bleed with the Force and the Rival. So, the Force and the red. So, what about like your crankset? Because you can save quite a bit of weight if you go with the Force over the Rival.
It just depends on if you're going to be racing this bike, you're going to be just railing it on some gravel roads or whatnot, because it's going to be your all-road bike. If you're racing it, you want to go lighter. If you're not racing it and you're just enjoying it, weight doesn't matter that much because it's not that huge of a difference, and I would go with the savings.
Gotcha. And then chains, cassette, rear derailleur. Where are you at on those? Thoughts? Same thing, same thoughts. Just depends on what you're using it for.
What do you think, Jake?
I don't think that there's going to be a massive weight difference with the chain. I don't think that you're going to be getting more miles out of a Force over a Rival chain. However, it is, weight. So to your point, if you're racing this thing, you're doing a lot of climbing and you need to be as competitive as possible and be that gravel weight weenie guy. Definitely go with the Force. Plus they make it in purple, which is kind of cool. Have you seen the purple one? The purple Force chain? It's pretty.
Okay, that's
pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, I think you can get by just fine with the Rival chain. The cassettes, just it's a weight difference. You're not really getting a lot of performance differences out of those two. Nothing that's going to be like notable to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, I have to have that. So
it's a much bigger step, right, from Rival to Force than from Force to Red.
At this juncture, I would say so. Yeah, I think it's really boils down to a lot of weight savings from Force to Red.
Yeah.
You're going to have a weight savings too between Force and Rival.
They're kind of identical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like, Lance's skinnier brother, if they were twins. So
my brother's not skinny.
Yeah.
I think that's the same with Shimano, right? It's like you have the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Ultegra,
yeah.
You have the sweet spot Force, really, isn't it?
They've done a really good job with the Rival stuff, though. I think that it might, I don't know, it might be, that's hard to say. I don't know if it's like the 105 to Ultegra, I don't know if it's the same as like the Rival to the Force. So I don't know, just kind of one of those things. However, I do have thoughts and feelings. What's your thought on going with the 12-speed Explorer group set with the limited gear range when it comes to long climbs? We've talked about this before, as opposed to going with like a mullet setup with like your Eagle, like a GX setup instead of like the Rival, and having that long cage derailleur and having a 1050 two-tooth cassette as opposed to the Explorer stuff, which is going to be what, 1045? Is it?
44.
Or 4? Yeah. If you're doing a lot of climbing, I really think there's something to be said about going with either the transmission or even like an Eagle if you're trying to save some money, as opposed to just being stuck with that tighter gear ratio. Because if you've got a 42 tooth up front or a 44 tooth up front and you're going to pair that with a 1044, that can be a little challenging if you're going to get into some of those steeper pitches, longer climbs. You're going to be mashing
I've
a
never
lot.
met a gear I didn't like.
Yeah.
If there's a bigger gear and I can have it, I want it.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to use it, So,
yeah.
I have 52 on my gravel bikes and my mountain bikes.
And you've used it a lot, right?
I've used it a lot.
And if you were stuck at 44, would you be a bit bummed out that you're missing all those extra gear jumps?
All those extra gear jumps.
Now, the Force 13 speed stuff is pretty slick in terms of like how smooth the transitions are between the different gear shifts. Like, it's really nice. You're going to have bigger jumps with the transmission or the Eagles, the 12-speed stuff, but I don't know. It's tough decisions. I think it really depends on like what kind of riding you like to do, where you ride, and weight too. So
more gears, the better.
Yep. You guys have thoughts on that?
Me,
I think
more gears.
More gears.
Go 2x.
But you can also, depending, some of this stuff can be swapped around if you're racing and you know what the course is like, right? I mean, you don't want to run out of, you don't want to like spin out, and you're more okay with mashing, right?
Yes.
I just think it's like, but if you knew that some gravel course was pancake flat and that was your, like, usually what I do is I look at like the season, like this is my A race for the season, like train on this.
That's a good
setup.
point. Yeah. And just make it do for everything else.
Yep.
We don't, it's not like I don't have 3 different cassettes I can swap out, and I have a lot of bikes.
You got a lot of stuff.
A lot of parts.
You got a lot of stuff.
of things. And I don't have like extra cassettes to swap out.
But what would that set you back?
Cassettes are like $500.
Oh, for a rear cassette?
Yes, they're more than that.
It depends on what level you're going with, but they're getting expensive these days.
Okay. Sorry.
Maybe that's
I was going to guess $100.
Nope.
Sorry. My
if
bad.
you're going with like an NX rear derailleur, or no, rear derailleur cassette, it's like $100 and a quarter or something like that. That's like their lowest tier, if I'm not mistaken.
I used this year, you can swap out the front end much quicker and cheaper than running a different cassette. Like I ended up at
what is the world coming to?
I know. I ended up at Baker City road stage race on my gravel bike, and I think my biggest chainring in the front was a 42. So I was spinning out.
Oh yeah,
easily.
Yeah.
But then I found another brand new set of chainrings for the front on eBay for like $100. And
oh, nice!
It's super easy to change out. Just a few little screws, and you got a whole new
gear ratio.
Gear ratios, yeah.
Cool,
so easy.
All right. Well, I don't know if we imparted any wisdom on him or if we just sat here and spun our wheels, but I think it really just kind of boils down to what you're trying to get out of it. If you want to send us a follow-up question to that and to say more specifically what you plan to use the bike for, as you did say you're going to use it as your all-purpose, all-road bike. So maybe saving the money and just getting a lot of wear and tear out of it and going with a little bit cheaper stuff here and there and
more gears.
more gears and splurge on those a little bit nicer hoods, I think you'd be perfectly happy with your rig. Good times. All right, our the next one, not so much of a question as it is kind of a response to what we talked about. We've got Lance Frickin Hepler. I don't think we've come up with. Well, we've got Sir Ian Gibson, and then there was a question of like, well, what's Matt's call tag here?
I don't need a call tag.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Well, this was just sent in, and I'm just reading it. It comes to us
sexy, bald, old, fat guy,
Los Angeles, California. Matt, the Maestro Legrand. Maestro.
Matt the Maestro.
Maestro, yep.
Okay.
I don't know if that rolls off the tongue for me, but
we'll keep. We got tons of time left in this podcast. Let's just keep going with it, and we'll see if a name prevails over the years.
All right, and then
so far we're like 6 years in.
we'll come up with something.
We're like six or 7 years in.
We're 7 over 7's in. We're in season 8 right now.
So eventually something will come together.
This question kind of comes for this guy,
Champ Bailey.
Champ Bailey.
Champ here. I will smash your face into a car windshield and then take your mother Dorothy Mantooth out for a nice seafood dinner and never call her again.
Champ here. Hey, Champ.
Yeah.
Somebody in Connecticut wants to know if there's a Vuelta Fantasy League this year.
There is a Vuelta Fantasy League, but we did not do one as a podcast group.
I knew the Vuelta was coming up, and I completely spaced it. And I was in Pennsylvania, of all places. Like, oh yeah, I should probably watch that. And I remember seeing this message come through. I'm like, oh yeah, I probably should have set something up for us to do. But I've been so disconnected.
We're a couple days in too.
Yeah.
Stage 5 happened this morning. Team time trial.
Right.
It was a team time trial. Have you watched it yet?
Nope. But I'm sure you're going to tell me what happened.
Should we blow it for? I mean, I know what happened, but
do you know what happened?
I didn't watch it, but I know what happened.
I know what happened.
Go for it.
And Ian, what do you think happened? Okay,
I have no idea.
The favorites were Visma, Lisa Bike, and UAE, and the other team where Gadu was trying to FDJ. So who do you think won?
I think FDJ came up with it because Stefan Kung was riding with them.
Stefan Kung rides with them. Okay. No, they were like in the top 8 or something.
Okay.
Visma?
Visma did not win. They were 8 seconds off the winning team of UAE.
But however, 8 seconds was enough, right, to put Bingo in red.
It was enough, but they only had to beat David Gadu's team.
Right.
So yeah, so he's in the lead now. Yeah.
So it's kind of
Jonas
exciting.
is in the red jersey.
It's kind
now.
of exciting.
It has been exciting racing. This is kind of Jonas's race to lose. He is by far the favorite. Juan Ayuso is there as well. He hasn't really done anything in this race yet. He's been biding his time.
How's Matteo Jorgensen doing? That's what I'm really hopeful.
Matteo is there just helping stitch things up for Jonas. So
I would like to see if he can have a
Did
decent...
Sepp go?
Sepp is there.
Okay.
Sepp is there. So is who's the super funny guy? He has this great vlog. Campenarts. Victor Campenarts. If you haven't seen Victor Campenarts' like daily vlogs on his Instagram channel, they are brilliant. It's basically him asking Matteo Jorgensen questions and like catching Jonas coming out of the bathroom on the team bus and Jonas walking around without his shirt on the team bus. They're really good. Victor Campenarts is really quite funny. So his daily vlogs on the bus are fantastic. So yeah, it is kind of Jonas's race to lose unless something drastically bad happens, but so far it's been pretty interesting.
I would like to see Gadu win or do well. Me and him have ridden together. It's
oh, that's right. Didn't he pass you on Tenerife once?
He did, yeah.
And you tried to hang for like 20 seconds, and that was it.
You guys are best friends,
dude. I had put in a threshold effort up Tenerife, Mount Teide. It's like 2.5 hours of full on slobbering on my top tube,
right?
Trying to do my best time, and David Gadu beat my time by 1 hour.
Oh my gosh.
A whole hour. Yeah, that sounds about right.
He came past me like I was in reverse. Anyway.
So yeah, the Vuelta is happening. It has been fairly exciting. It's all on Peacock again. It's Bob Roll and Christian Vandevelde on the NBC coverage on Peacock. So yeah, it's all been pretty good.
Good. 5 stars. Highly recommend.
But it's not the tour. It's not quite the same. There's some big names missing, but you know, Jonas is racing, and it's fun to see good guys race.
Yeah, that's true.
I have issues with the coverage. I would much rather. I wish I could get some Eurosport to see this. I mean, I'm paying Peacock. What is it? $17 now a month.
Oofed.
It's not
Something
much,
like that.
but
Yeah.
then I still have to watch all the commercials on top of that. Like if you want to fast forward. If you're watching one of these flat stages and you think, I'm going to fast forward 60 Ks, there's another minute and a half commercials you've got to watch.
Oh, interesting.
Every time. Anyway.
That doesn't
then
happen.
It's Bob and Christian Vandevelde,
Yeah,
right?
it's Bob Roll
It's
and
kind of
Christian
it's
Vandevelde.
way scaled down the coverage from the Tour de France.
So there's a way around that without having to watch the commercials.
Okay.
But you have to turn it on before the live coverage ends.
Oh. Yeah, no. I don't.
If you wake up early enough to start it before the live coverage ends and then rewind it to watch as much as you want, you can fast forward through all the commercials.
It's a good
I
hack.
always watch replays.
Good hack.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Anything else, champ?
Well, we did have Leadville mountain bike race happen.
Go for it.
So, and giant lack of surprise, Keegan Swenson won going away for the 5th year in a row. Keegan Swenson won.
Wow, 5 years in a row.
5 years in a row. And John Gaston finished second. I think John Gaston is he's a ski-mo racer, a ski mountaineer racer. He's one of the best ski mountaineer racers in the world. He does one.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing. He does one mountain bike race a year, and it's Leadville, and he's been on the podium like 3 years in a row. He's just that good. So
sounds like there's some talent there. What you drinking there? Truly?
There's a Truly.
Truly lime?
Should I chug this? That'd be funny.
No, you got a bike in a minute.
And the women's race was won by Kate Courtney. Kate Courtney has never done Leadville before, but she crashed on the UCI mountain bike circuit 5 weeks ago, and she broke a bone in her hand, so she's rehabbing from that, and she's like, oh, I guess I'm in town. I go do Leadville. And then she breaks the course record by 11 minutes.
Wow. What was Keegan's time? Was it one of his better times? Did he break his time record? Or
it was not a fast year this year. There was it was really dry, which made course conditions slippery because and there was a headwind coming back into town.
Gotcha.
So it was not a fast year. He was 3 minutes off his course record. He was desperately trying to beat the course record, and when he was coming to town, he was going for it. Because in his mind, he thought the course record was 5:46 and it was actually 5:43. He just, race brain.
Yeah.
You just don't have the details right sometimes. And he just miscalculated. He thought he was going to beat it. And he ended up, he was like 3 minutes off, but he won by 15 minutes or something like that. So he was way off the front. So Leadville was pretty exciting, but
good job,
year.
Keegan.
Yeah.
I mean, longtime listener.
Thanks for listening, Keegan.
Thanks for listening. Congratulations on the win.
Sweet.
That's it. We did have Gravel Worlds too, which it's not the Gravel World Championships.
Yes, that's right. It's a very confusing.
It's very confusing. There's a race in Nebraska called Gravel Worlds. They actually have it trademarked, but the Gravel World Championships is actually in. I don't know.
It floats around.
Belgium.
It floats around. Yeah.
It's not. It's in Europe. It's not in.
Do you think they'll ever win that race? Have them come out to Nebraska?
I don't know. U.S. gravel racing is quite different than European gravel racing, and the UCI kind of likes Europe. So I don't know. This was in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's a 150-mile race, so it is a difficult race.
Sure.
And there was unexpected peanut butter mud in several sections that really broke up. Like they didn't like even as the race started, they didn't realize how sticky the mud ended up being. So it became a tire clearance issue. It came down to Matt Beers and Keegan Swenson on a breakaway, and Keegan Swenson sitting on Matt Beers for the last 2K, just like prepping himself to out sprint Matt Beers. Matt Beers still beat it in the sprint because Matt Beers is good. Mm-hmm. So Keegan lost that race, which thanks for listening, Keegan.
All right. Before we get into one last thing, we knew we were going to have a lot of stuff to talk about, and we just kind of
said it's the no topic day.
The no topic day. It could be anything. It's kind of like a Seinfeld episode. Was there anything that you guys wanted to ask? A little quick question, little topic, anything that you want to put out there?
The problem is these guys got to go bike, and they're going to have to change into their bikes. So
I got lots of
we got time
stuff and things to do. So does anybody have anything that they want to throw out there for us to chat about real quick?
Lance?
Bueller?
No.
Pass.
Gibbo? No, I'm good. Yeah. Matt, you good?
Pretty good.
All right, sweet. Let's move on. One last thing.
Move along.
Yep, one last thing.
I posted 2 videos in the past. I just assumed that I get to go first for one last thing.
Of course.
Tradition. 2 videos in the past block of time since we posted our last podcast. One was the all new Koros Nomad watch, which is memory and pixel display, which I know gets a bad rap, but it's actually quite nice outdoors and all that stuff. It's a great watch. Tested it for open water swimming. I swam with Evan Price like a couple weeks the weekend before last. Yep. And it's good. It's good on all fronts. It's actually kind of, maybe I mentioned this in the other podcast, or I don't know, but like, it's kind of set up to have all these different fishing profiles. So when I was in Michigan, I went fishing and to film some clips of this and test this watch. It's like, yeah, do some filming.
Do you normally fish? Are you a fisherman? No.
No. In fact, the people in the video were like, oh, dude, like, you're holding the reel the wrong way, all this stuff. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, are you sure? Because I thought I was a pro fisherman, angler. I'm sorry, angler. And then, today, this morning, 1 a.m., video went live with the Sunto Race 2, the name of this watch. Wait, sorry, wrong one. Sunto Race 2.
You could have fooled all of us. I
know, right? No one cares. But this has got a big old...
It's actually a nice looking watch.
It's got a big old 1.5 inch AMOLED display. And it's a good option, solid option. I mean, all of these watches these days are like pretty good. GPS accuracy is good. I would say GPS accuracy wasn't quite as good as the Nomad for stuff like open water swimming, but it's still very solid option for people. And people love Sunto. So glad to get that video out the door.
What kind of impact do those new kind of always on colorful displays, what does that do to
they kill the battery
life?
They kill the battery, but if you watch it for a second, it
shuts off.
It goes into its kind of like second tier mode. And even this is set to like this always on display, so you can at least always see the time. It's just very subtle. And then you can change it to be completely black when it's not. And then you can kind of get like this one will kind of go like a week or so in this mode. But if you switch it into that the way that Jake wears his, where it's completely black until you look at it, then you're going to get more like close to about 3 weeks or so for this watch. So, and then,
not bad.
Yeah. And the memory and pixel display watches, like I think the one that you have, they typically do a significantly better battery life. You probably get like a month or so.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I think that the thing is, everyone's like, oh no, AMOLED's the future. But I'm like, there's still a sweet spot for memory and pixels. I think it's still like memory and pixels it's kind of been like, no, we're moving on from that. But like, there's still some really great use case scenarios for that particular technology. So it does better. It looks really good in outdoor direct sunlight when you kind of want to see it when you're biking or whatever. And the battery lasts a long time. So that's huge.
Good.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep. That's my one last thing in a rant.
One last thing. Nothing much interesting for me, but I probably should have said this when you were fishing for additional subjects.
Fishing?
Be safe out there, people. One of my clients and friends was seriously almost killed on his bike the other day by a driver who basically attempted vehicular homicide. He went after my guy who had already pulled off the side of the road into a sort of a passing area, like on the right side of the white line, like off of the, and the driver, it sounds like, went after him, made a super fast, super close pass, even off on the side of the road where it wasn't even a lane. So it's worrying.
But he was not hit?
No,
okay,
was not hit.
Okay.
He's following up on it.
Okay.
And he's going to sue the pants off this guy.
Does he have any like video evidence?
He's got video evidence.
Can I ask what he was using to catch said video?
I don't know. No, I don't know. But that was one of the things I was going to say was, have a radar on your bike and preferably some camera setup.
Yeah.
Because holy crap, these people need to be held accountable for this.
Yep. The Garmin Varia 715 has the built-in camera into it, and it will pick up all that kind of stuff, and you can have video evidence. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so worth it because every time if you got evidence and you follow up on it, which you should, that's one less asshole off the road.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
That's scary.
No,
it was scary. Yeah.
If it was one of you that I was talking to or whatnot, but I don't really go onto social media very often. I have to go onto Facebook every now and then just to go check some certain things on like Marketplace, or if like we have like notifications for different things. But you always open up and the algorithm knows what kind of stuff you like, and you always will see something for whatever reason that's like right there. It's like the very first thing you see, and it's some sort of like, I don't know. I don't want to say it's controversial, but it's gonna cause people to start making comments, and you'll see the stuff that has something to do with like a city or a police department or somebody posting something about cyclists on the road, and you're like looking at it and you see like, oh my gosh, that's got so many comments in there. Like, don't go look in there. Don't go look in there. For some reason, your stupid brain is like clicks on the camera, and you start reading them like, my gosh, we live on the same planet as these people and we have to coexist.
Yeah.
Why?
There'll be like 140 comments and about 100 of those are anti-cyclists.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get off the road. You should be riding your bike on the sidewalks. You don't pay taxes.
It could be a video clip of some car almost killing a cyclist, and then all the comments are just like, what the hell? Why is that cyclist on the road? I'm like,
it kills me too, because I drive often, as do all of you guys. And we live in like a cycling, place where there's lots of people that ride bikes and whatnot. How often are you displaced or like burdened by cyclists on the road?
Right.
Hardly ever.
And when you do have an interaction with them, worst case scenario for me, I might be inconvenienced by just a few seconds, a handful of seconds. And it's not really that big of a deal because I've got this thing called an accelerator. I can put that up and I'm right back up to speed like nothing ever happened.
Talk about preaching to the choir.
Worrying
it's a
thing.
cycling podcast.
It's part of human nature in a way that people dehumanize complete groups of people. Like a cyclist is not, in some people's eyes, they're not another person. They're just another cyclist.
Inanimate object on the road that's just causing you distress and grief.
If they really thought this through, if this guy had succeeded in killing a cyclist, it wouldn't just have affected the cyclist's family and everything. This guy would have potentially been in jail. It would have completely altered his life.
Sure, yeah. Just out of curiosity, and if I don't want to condone anything that driver did, but if you were looking at it through his eyes, what is it that your friend did or your client did that pissed him off so much? So it was just simply existing and you're riding your bike and he was having a really bad day, or did for heaven's sake, did he have to go out of the white line because there was some debris?
So from the account I heard, my guy actually pulled away from the carriageway. There was a not a passing lane, but a lay-by or some part where you can get way off the road out of this guy's way. So he purposely gave the guy all the room he needed. So he wasn't even impending this guy's progress. And
so
he followed him off of the road.
Did he turn around again to try and take another whack at him?
I don't think so, no, because there was another vehicle following a Tesla who had a forward-facing camera, and the Tesla chased this truck down to record the license plate on their dash cam.
Good
and
on
then
you.
Came back to see if my guy was okay. And that's what they used. And apparently the license plate they picked up wasn't even a registered plate. The guy had false plates on. But I mean, this is a worrying thing that kind of person is out there behind the wheel of a dangerous vehicle like that, and it could be you on the receiving end of that.
Yeah, so much that could be said about that.
Yeah,
another podcast, I guess.
My guy's super shaken up. He's like, I don't know if I can get back on the bike on the road ever. Got to get somebody to talk to about this and get over it. I mean, it's just, and it could have ended up so much worse than it did. So, just
be careful.
Yeah, do what you can, I guess.
And kudos to the Tesla driver. I mean, applause, hats off, kudos a whole bit. Like, and we need more of those people out there to help protect, And the final note, and we've said this so many times, use cameras on your bike. Like, I don't care how much a GoPro weighs, or if I have to have a little bit bigger radar on there that has a camera, or if I'm going to use the Varia View headlight that's got a camera built into it. I don't care about the weight. I don't care about any of that stuff. It's going to help me be seen.
You're on a training ride. It doesn't matter.
It's going to help you be seen, and you're going to catch the video footage that you need. And like, worst case scenario, I get hit and killed. At least there will be some video evidence of what happened, so there can be some justice as opposed to nothing at all.
Right.
So, yeah. Awesome. Well, I hope he.
I got lots to say on this subject, so maybe another day.
Another day for sure.
About it. Yeah.
Hepler, you got anything fun and happy and shiny to talk about?
Actually, Ian and I are doing a big ride this weekend. We are riding from Portland to Astoria out to the coast. It is our friend Dickie Mallison's birthday celebration ride, and he invited us to come along. I think we're going to have a group of 15 or 20. It's only about 100 miles to the coast, so it's not.
How's the pace going to be?
Too terrible.
Be chill.
I don't think it will be fast. I think it will be steady. Yeah, there's a few decent climbs.
Yeah,
I've
done that right before.
We got in trouble for going too fast last weekend.
Yeah, we did the Canby Ferry ride, and we were drilling it in a couple spots, and we got shaking fists at us.
You can always like push a hill or do a descent and then regroup or whatever it is that you guys do.
Like that. Other than that, there's no racing this weekend. Next race will be cyclocross that is starting. Hetmere is in a week and a half.
Oh, they're not.
Normally, Hetmere is on Labor Day weekend.
Well, that used to even be David Douglas, but they've obviously gotten rid of that race. So, okay. So the whole Harvest Cross race then starts the weekend after Labor Day.
Correct.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And you guys can come to the Back to Tutu track meet where the cross country team wears tutus and puts on a track meet for middle schoolers.
Fantastic.
Come on out. Come on out, people.
Oh, you know what? Have you...
I should just make this podcast about
Have you met the coaching staff for the middle school yet?
Which Liberty?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have. And I was there on like one of the first days and gave your son a fist bump / whatever.
My son's coaching the middle school, like always helping, but he's not the coach, but yeah.
Jeez.
So...
And I was like, this could be a good senior project. And he's like, except for he wanted to do it his junior year. And if he does his junior, he can't redo it and have it be a senior. You can't have it be a thing that you've already done.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, we'll come up with some ideas.
He's got big plans, and he's
doing great.
Got his hands in so many different things in the school. So
he's doing great.
Yeah, I'm proud of him.
Is he doing ASB? I just saw, I saw like this Instagram thing, and I'm like, I couldn't tell, like it wasn't clear if it was him or not.
Yeah, he's the class vice president, and then he'll be they've already sorted all this out. I don't know if they have to have an election or whatnot, but he'll be the class president for next year. So I don't know. That's what he wants to do. So
good job, Barrett.
Yeah. Good on
Busy
you,
man. Busy man.
Busy kid. Yeah, he's driving himself all over the place now too.
Yeah,
so
that helps.
Yeah, but I don't have to take him everywhere. It's kind of surreal because I've been taking him to school every morning for God knows how many years now. And for the last couple of years, he's been going to 0 period weight training.
Yes.
So it's like, getting him out the door at the crack of dawn so he can get there before school starts to go get his weight training in. But not anymore. Just got to make his lunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Yep. All right. I really don't have much to share. I was going to say some other things, but it's already getting a little bit long in the hair. We've got a lot of stuff to go and do. Will we be here next week? You guys around? You guys got any big plans? How about this be my last thing? What are you doing for Labor Day weekend?
Riding to Astoria.
Riding to Astoria.
Okay.
That's good.
There you go. Astoria. What do you got going on there?
Cross country.
Okay. I'm doing a whole lot of nothing. So
are you?
We're closed on Labor Day. I need a couple days off. I've got things I got to get caught up on here around the house because I've been gone. And
you and I should go for a bike ride. Not to Astoria. That's crazy. But like a nice killer 15-minute bike ride, something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Putting out big watts, like double-digit watts.
Yeah, or maybe go for a hike or something. I can hike. I don't know if I can quite ride yet, but we'll get there.
Okay.
All right. We do appreciate everybody listening to podcast number 373.
Whoa.
Done a few of these.
We got to start planning our 400 party.
Yeah, we if we'd stuck to the old plan of like doing this every week, we'd be coming up on that probably right around New Year's, but it'll probably be more like springtime now. So.
Okay.
But still, we're getting there. It's fun. But we do appreciate everybody listening. We will be back one of these days. And until then, bye for now.